Some of the skills they acquire here may help them find suitable employment when they're released, from computers carpentry, welding to motor mechanics. After visiting Mishal, we head into AlJazeera to meet Javed Khan, a former detainee now trained as a welder. He helps his nephews run a car yard. Javed's is a success story, and while there are signs of cautious optimism, back at Mishal, the real test will come when the other former detainees are freed back into society. Kamal Haider, Al Jazeera, Swat.
It's 1:30 GMT. This is Al Jazeera, and these are the headlines. The U.S. President, Barack Obama, has condemned the violence in Libya, calling it outrageous and unacceptable. In a strongly worded statement, Obama said the Libyan government must be held responsible for failing to respect the rights of its people.
The suffering and bloodshed is outrageous, and it is unacceptable. So are threats and orders to shoot peaceful protesters and further punish the people of Libya. These actions violate international norms and every standard of common decency. This violence must stop. I've also asked my administration to prepare the full range of options that we have to respond to this crisis. This includes those actions we may take and those we will coordinate with our allies and partners, or those that we'll carry out through multilateral institutions.
There are reports the first western city of Misrata is under control of protesters. According to a witness, 6 people were killed and 200 injured in the city, which lies about 120 kilometers west of the capital, Tripoli. Rescue efforts are continuing in New Zealand, where hundreds of people are still missing following Tuesday's earthquake in Christchurch, but hopes of finding any more survivors are now fading. There have been more than 100 aftershocks, and the city's hospital has been inundated with patients. Saudi Arabia's King Abdullah has promised $10.7 billion in pay rises, job creation, and leniency on loans. He made the announcement as he returned home after spending 3 months abroad for medical treatment. The new development fund is being set up to help struggling Saudis buy homes, get married, and start businesses. At least 4 people have been injured after a fire broke out near the Egyptian Interior Ministry building in Cairo. Rescue teams were rushed to the building, which houses criminal records and other personal files. The fire was started by suspended police officers demanding reinstatement. 7 people have been injured during clashes in the Greek capital, Athens. During the demonstration, a policeman was set alight. The video shows other officers rushing to his aid as he tried to put the fire out. The clashes took place as tens of thousands of people protested against austerity measures. The news continues in half an hour. For now, it's Faces of China. Stay tuned.
The most populated country on earth, the world's fastest growing economy, a land undergoing profound change. Al Jazeera presents Faces of China, a series of films from Chinese filmmakers working independently, telling personal stories in their own way. This is an insider's look at China. In this episode, one elderly woman's life inside a private retirement home in southern China. Filmmaker Zheng Xiaolei turns the camera on the issue of China's aged population growing rapidly. Elderly people are traditionally venerated, but these days there are fewer young people to care for them, something the state is aware may begin to have an impact on the speed of China's development. There are almost 167 million people aged over 60 in China today. Here at the Longevity House retirement home in the suburb of Guangzhou in southern China, there are over 2,500 elderly people. The home often organizes entertainment for its residents. Dance is always a favorite. This retirement home was established over a decade ago. China's demography is changing. Senior citizens are making up an increasing proportion of the population. And more of them are choosing to live in retirement homes rather than putting pressure on their children. One of the residents is Xie, who used to work as an on-site doctor for a company in a nearby city. She's a divorcee and has a son who works far away in the city of Chengdu in Sichuan province. Xie moved into this home after retiring 3 years ago. Another resident is Mrs. Kwang, who was a teacher before retiring. Following the death of her husband, she became lonely and so chose to move into the retirement home.
It's been 2 years. Now, meridians are important to remain healthy. I am